Oh, my phones weren't my earphones. Good morning, everybody. Ooh, excuse me. You're listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Show host error.
Yeah.
I think his ears weren't working. Not his earphones.
What do they call that? Customer operator error or something.
Definitely.
It wasn't plugged in all the way. But it's rainy out there, and
it's foggy.
It's going to change to
affecting
snow.
Joe's cognitive function even more.
Oh, and
this is Dr. Norm. I'm cognitively alert, I think. And sitting across from me,
the man in red.
Yeah, Main Street Saloon.
That's right. I like my little hoodie. Big Daddy, Carl Bachtel, ice fisherman extraordinaire.
I don't know about extraordinaire.
Wonderful husband and father and grandfather
and
all around great guy.
Oh God!
Hey, I'm still in red too for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
hey, now.
Where's your red? You're in black.
Yeah,
Joe.
Joe's wearing black.
All black.
I'm Darth Vader.
He's the man in black.
Darn right. The
Darth Coolest.
Darth Coolest.
I think I'm going to change my
We're
name.
just a couple of lovers here.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, see, I ain't got nobody to love, so that's why.
Sure you do.
Baron.
Baron.
Yes.
And
Doing better. His
and
next
your
shot's
chickens.
coming up pretty soon. Yeah.
You got a harem over there.
A what? Oh. But I thought about changing my name. You know this they had on TV, J.P. Morgan. Isn't that a neat sound to a name?
No.
The company J.P. Morgan, and Diamond. Isn't it the owner, J.P. His name is Diamond, but anyway,
Neil Diamond.
No, but any
good singer.
J.P. Morgan. That so I thought about
Sweet Caroline
changing mine to J.S. Coolest.
J.S. Coolest.
Yeah.
J.S. Coolest.
Yeah, Joe Special Coolest.
Joe Special. Yeah.
Spatial. I would just call you Spatial.
No, Special K.
Hey, there you go.
How's that? They named a cereal after you.
They named a drug after you, too.
That's right.
A drug?
Yeah.
Which one?
You never heard of Special K?
No.
Well, we're not going to get into that.
Oh.
Joe's he's led such a sheltered life.
Yes, he has.
I have. Well, if you're raised by a mother only, it's probably different if you're raised with a pair of both. Mother and
a pair of both?
A pair of both, mother and father, But I was singing today.
Raised by a parrot. What?
A parrot. I thought he said a parrot both.
Well, what I was thinking is I had it so good because, I'm 91.
Yeah, what happened?
81.
81. And at this time, my mother...
You just act like you're 91.
Right. My mother was still driving, still waiting at customers for another 13 years. But she took care of herself. Even when she was 93 and 95, she took care of herself. I couldn't have done it.
You can't do it now.
No. Oh, God.
We haven't even started talking about cooking yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting shocked 2 weeks in a row. Good morning, Hamden. Wow, he's up early.
Hiya, sweethearts. How are we holding up?
Oh,
just
peachy
dandy.
keen.
We're post-Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I erroneously called you guys that. Greetings. I'm looking at, take your pick on the weather, Sandusky Bay. I'm outside on the porch. We had the Castaway Cabin Fever party this weekend, and I got 100 miles to travel back, and the weather's a boo-boo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go before or after. Probably after, won't you think? I don't know.
Well,
the flip of the coin.
I'm going to get back home to the Hamdens and assist the bride and care. And thank you, Norm. The youngest dog got skunked while I was away. Didn't get a direct shot, but you had just talked about it, and of course we had to comply, and but the formula worked.
Did it work pretty good?
Miss Julie got old Cooper squared away. And you would think he would understand that if it's a black with a white stripe down the center, I remember that. Let's stay away. Oh, no.
No. Dogs are basically dumb.
Well, that's why they know
That's why they're so likable.
Yeah, that's the thing about them. You know, that's why they are liked by man, and man likes them because they're dumb.
Because men are dumb too.
And men are dumb. You know, women aren't
That's
dumb.
Why we're a match.
Men are dumb.
That's right.
You know?
Right. And this is why we love them. And
this is true.
Yeah, I figure I was going to stay till leaving Monday morning, but the forecast is a little abysmal.
Yeah, it's going to turn to, and we could get a lot of snow, so
it's been changing. The temperature when I came in, it was 34 in Columbia Station, and it was 34, 32, 33, 34. You know, it's just changing, you know, wherever you went.
Yes.
It's 36 at my house.
Yeah.
Well, you were way farther south, you know.
Directly on the bay, I had 30. We've got snow falling. We may have missed the ice.
You got snow now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, you know, it's always colder up by the islands and by the bay. Did you ever? Well, you notice that because you live up there.
Yeah.
But it's always colder.
No,
up there, you know?
I live in the Hamptons.
But I know you've been up there for a while.
But see,
so
it's
you know,
not snowing here yet.
Yeah.
So, which was nice coming in, but you know.
Right. What I'm figuring, you know, we had the fog because you got the ice cake, the base froze over, and behind us on the lake that's froze over. So yeah, it's always colder ambiently because of the big ice cakes. But what I'm gonna do, enough is enough, and I'll take my time. And I figure right now we still got the fog with the light snow, but that wind kicking up and everything. I make it over to Sandusky Bay Bridge. We just la-di-da and take our time and chill, brothers.
Well, as you're coming east, it's going to be actually better. So hopefully you're ahead of it.
Yeah,
because here it's just raining.
Right,
so, but you got to.
You look at, you just got to use your head for something other than a hat.
Sounds like you got a little bit of a cold there.
That's a good one.
Well, I think it was from a loud conversation last night at the party, and I think I exhausted the vocals.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that must have been loud.
Not you.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Microphone? Yeah. And I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. It's always good to see your peeps after having shut down late October, early November. So that's what it's all about. And then in 2 months, we're opened up. So I think life is a gift right now.
Absolutely.
And I got to tell you, I can't thank you enough for what you've been presenting, especially with the Reno J. Rita Smash Out recordings. Just the whole legacy deal, it makes it happen. It puts a shine on the soul. And that's what this show really is all about.
Well, it is. It's so nice to reminisce.
Oh my God, without crying.
Yeah.
We're only as good, literally, as the people we're with, and I think all of us can claim some darn fine company.
Oh, yeah.
And since my theory is you can't destroy a soul, the old man upstairs lets us have a shine off of them, even if they're not on the planet at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to run from that. I'm going to cherish it and thank God for the great people I've had. Loved, lost, whatever, and then we're going to add to it, and we're going to keep this thing alive. And when we're gone, somebody might say something decent about me, but I doubt it. So and a little bit of humble, a little bit of humility, and a lot of respect really gets it done. Now, don't you have a commercial to throw on?
Yeah, we're getting there, so we appreciate it, but just drive carefully. Just take your time. There's no hurry. You got all day. So
well, I'm putting one of them kamikaze headbands on my forehead for the trip. You think that's going to work out?
Good.
You bet.
Okay. All righty.
What's a girl to do?
There you go. Okay. Take care.
All right.
See you, Ham.
Hey,
bye-bye.
I'm going to issue you a formal toodles.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Toodles.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be on the road this morning, going any long distance.
As long as you take your time.
Well, but the problem is, like we were talking, these people that are still flying out there, like they think it's the middle of summer, and then you wonder why there's always accidents or cars rolling, and so it's, they think they're invincible, I guess. I don't know. I'd like to.
No, people just don't.
What?
They don't know how to drive in the winter.
No, yeah.
Because they haven't. I mean, there's a whole generation that hasn't really had the experience of winter driving.
Yeah. Well, no, Carl, they have four-wheel drive.
Or all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. They can go any place.
Right. And
they have an SUV. They have a truck. They can go any place.
And then they're shocked when they end up in the ditch. And it's like, all you got to do is slow down a little bit. It's not that hard. And you don't have to be in such a hurry.
No.
But, people are going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you always got to look out for them.
That's it. But they're in a hurry, and I'm thinking, not in a hurry anymore.
Well, you're in a hurry.
Yeah.
You're always in a hurry.
Yeah.
Because you're special.
Oh. I drive the speed limit. And if it's bad out,
that's right.
I go maybe
it's
5.
35 somewhere.
No.
No.
Well, you can watch that Saturday night show tonight. That Saturday Night Live. I hope
today.
Tonight.
It's tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because they have the church lady on.
Mm-hmm.
And
today is Sunday.
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
It's the 50th anniversary special.
It's the 50th anniversary special.
Oh.
And they'll probably have the church lady on.
Mm-hmm.
And she always said, "Oh, it's special."
That's right.
Oh.
Joe's special.
Joe's special, just like the church lady.
Well, you look back at some of the comedy shows that were so good,
A lot of the early Saturday Night Live were excellent.
Yes, and
a lot of them in the mid to lately are really bad.
Yep.
They are. It's like
they have some good bits sometimes.
It depends on who's doing them,
Yeah, but even like Sid Caesar and Imogene Coca, and Red Skeleton and
Skelton.
Who?
That's Skelton. I keep pronouncing that wrong.
Yes.
Ed Skelton. Oh. And who was the other really good joke teller? There were a few really good stand-up comedians.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like,
Kenny Youngman.
I always liked Jonathan Winters.
Oh, yes.
He was he was from Ohio, too.
Yeah.
And he would ad-lib so much.
Oh, absolutely.
So much. Because he'd be on Johnny Carson.
It was right off the top of his head,
Mm-hmm. He would just do things, and he would talk with an accent of sorts and stuff. And
I used to love watching his show when I was a kid.
Yeah, and the nice thing was, you could tell it was because Johnny Carson or whoever was the MC is dying laughing, or like we talked last week about. He was from Ohio too. He did the dentist bit that we talked.
Tim
Conway. Yes, Conway.
Oh yeah, it was funny like that.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of his was ad-libbing.
It was ad-lib too.
Yeah, so they're just. It's amazing how some people.
When he did the dentist and he was injecting himself with the lidocaine, and his hand would go dead and his foot would go dead.
Yeah, and of course the guys that are on there with him, they're dying laughing, and they're trying not to show it. Or who was the lady, the girl? Boy, my mind's going with these names.
There was Harvey Korman.
No, the girl.
Oh, the girl. I can't think of her name.
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her show.
Yeah, I know.
That was her show.
It was. She has a good voice.
Carol Burnett's very, very funny.
Very talented lady.
Talented.
Yes.
And she started out so young,
Did she?
Sure did.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we got to take a break. You're listening to Inside a Great
All
Outdoors.
this reminiscing. This is what old people do.
Yes, it is.
They just sit around and
I remember.
But it is. It brings back such good and because the times were like the comedians then were funnier than now. So you have
my 6th grade graduation was to.
Well, we're going to hear about
Appomattox Courthouse.
Oh, wait till you hear my 4th grade report card I brought in.
Oh, boy.
Pretty bad.
Is that the one that says talks too much?
Yes.
There. How did I know?
We'll take a short break and we'll be back.
And spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along?
Whether you're a novice or a well-seasoned angler, if you want that extra edge in catching more fish, you want one of the many species of Kodiak scent. Made from real bait fish, Kodiak fishing scents are made from pure freeze-dried bait. Freeze-drying enhances the scent considerably, making it the most potent fishing scent available to the fishermen today. It comes in many flavors, including shad, crayfish, salmon egg, and the most popular, minnow. Add the paste to your lures, it really sticks. And when a fish hits, it doesn't let go. And if you use tube jigs, try the tube injector. This handy syringe is made especially to be inserted into a tube jig. Kodiak fishing scents are now available online at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. If you want to catch fish, you want Kodiak from Coulis.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors on a rainy Sunday morning. Gonna be turning to snow, people, so if you got to go out, go early, because they say, and who knows, but they say we could get up to maybe 8 inches up to the north here, less to the south, but you never know. But still, what's the matter?
I am so tired of weather people.
Don't be tired.
You know, there you go. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
I hope they're wrong.
Because it's always got to be gloom and doom, and we're all going to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
But be careful.
You can't change it.
No.
Nothing you do, all the complaining isn't going to change the fact that we're going to get some snow. Some people will get more. Some people will get less. But everybody has to be careful. And that's it. It's not that hard, people. But just this doom and gloom and, it's going to winter storm, Frankie or whatever they're naming it. Who names these storms? It's
I don't know.
Gimmick.
Yeah.
They never used to name storms.
No.
I mean, every front that comes through has to have some anthropomorphic
name. They were only
to
for
it.
hurricanes.
Ugh.
And, well, just easy, Carl. Hopefully they'll be wrong.
See, Joe's got me all fired up.
Oh, jeez, I opened a can of
Get
worms.
off my lawn.
Get off my, goofy. Okay, so here's my 4th grade report card.
Oh, jeez.
And religion,
He's got stone tablets in the studio.
Yeah.
I got hieroglyphics on it.
B- in religion. Reading, I got B+. But in language, I got B. But in spelling...
B.
But in spelling, I got
A generous
A-.
nun.
Should have been a hook.
A- in spelling.
Mm-hmm.
Geography, I got B+. And art, I got A. That was the first one. And then Christian character, I had all A. Oh, I got a C in effort to improve self in good habits.
There you go.
Everything
you were a bad lad.
And the other C- was in attentiveness.
I believe that.
Everything else, perseverance, dependability, industrialness, truth, all A's. Self-mastery, A.
Oh,
so then
I thought he was going to say something else.
I know you did. And so then the second one was the exam. I got 93 in geography. Spelling, I only got 78. My average was 82. But religion went down to C+.
I believe that.
Arithmetic went down to B+. D+.
Ooh.
D.
Boy, they gave you the plus because they felt bad
and
for
everything else. And then I got C- in spelling and writing, but I still got A in geography, and I got A in science.
There you go.
And then here
Did you used to take your teacher presents?
No.
Like a newly napped arrowhead or something that you made?
No.
A spear or
some ostrich eggs.
Yeah, an ostrich egg.
So here's comments from the teacher. Joseph with his ability, could be an A-plus student. But he talks too much during the lesson and is very disruptive in his, I can't read that word, in his work.
You got what you get in reading?
You got to look at that
in
word.
Reading, I got a B minus. So then after that, here comes the third quarter. Everything went up. Religion was A minus. Writing was A. Spelling was A.
Your mom probably whooped you.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was
Mom straightened out that D+.
It was all A's and B's. And
C plus.
C, no C's. Everything was in A's and B's. Industriousness, all that stuff. So then the last one of the year, it was pretty good. Oh, wait, I take that back. C plus in arithmetic, C plus in language, C plus in geography. That's odd how I went, but everything else was.
Yeah, because it was summertime and you were distracted.
Spelling was A, yeah. But I got promoted to the 5th grade.
Because they wouldn't have you anymore in the 4th.
They wanted to get rid of you.
Oh, man.
I always got all A's.
Did you?
Because then you got tickets to the Indians ball games.
Yeah.
Well, the girl that I dated next door, she in high school got all A's. So she got all these baseball tickets. So I got to go to baseball games. But, yeah.
What was her name?
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, I think. No, I'm sorry. Kathy.
Kathy?
There you go.
Yes. I dated like 2 or 3 Kathys.
Both my wives are Kathy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Those are the only 2 I ever dated.
But I'll tell you what, being lucky.
You got lucky with Kathy?
If I would have got married, her sister got married before her.
Wow.
That was like a no-no. And I remember and say, well, we could go get married, but it would have been disaster because every time I went on a trip, like 2-3 days before I'm leaving, big arguments. They want me traveling. And
who?
The Kathy, the girl.
Your girlfriend?
She did not like me to travel. And then her mother thought that taxidermy was like the worst job in the world. Like it was like a garbage collector. They didn't like what I was doing. But I know that and it was always big argument before I'd go on a trip, always. So I knew it wouldn't have worked out, So in a way I was fortunate because
she just wanted to go with you.
I just know she wasn't into the outdoors that much.
She was a home girl, huh?
Yeah, she didn't like fishing, so I know it wouldn't have worked. So it would have been a disaster. So I was lucky in that respect. But anyway,
she was luckier.
Yeah, I keep inviting my wife to go ice fishing. She just won't go.
I took my wife ice fishing once.
Yeah,
and that was it.
That was it.
We used to go fishing when we were young, but
Well, we fished a lot. We used to fish the islands. That Boston whaler that I had.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get to the phone lines here. So, good morning, Jim.
Doctors,
how's it going?
How you doing, Jim?
Good. A couple of points here. I don't know if you guys caught that news brief about this single-engine plane going down. It was on its way to Alaska through the northwestern territory, and it crashed. And it crashed on an ice floe, and the ice floe was moving at 5 miles a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually going to Nome, so it was in Alaska. It left north of Anchorage and was going to Nome.
Yeah.
And
where did it leave from? Inglet or something like that.
Yeah. And of course everybody was kaput.
Dead.
10 people. Yeah. Interesting.
That's just amazing power.
Oh yeah.
And we talked about, there's only like 10% of the world that you can live on. We talked about this with this global warming nonsense. There's so much wild and open tundra and land and stuff. You can't live there.
Should be in Australia. They got like 2% or some ridiculous thing. Most of it's inhabitable. It's either desert or jungle or
Yeah.
That's really
or something. Yeah.
Well, just think about, millions of years ago, Antarctica was a jungle. It was a tropical jungle,
Yeah.
Hey, I had a question for Norm.
Yeah.
You had mentioned Ed Skelton.
Who?
Have you ever been down to Coral Castle? This guy, Ed Ledskelton, built this Coral Castle. It's down in Homestead, Florida. You spent a lot of time in Florida.
Yeah, I've been to Homestead. I don't remember this guy, though.
He built a castle. It was like a pyramid. These huge. He moved these huge blocks.
Yeah, I kind of remember something about that. They were like limestone blocks or something. He built this castle.
Yeah.
out of.
Yeah. I that's on my bucket list. I got to go see that.
I never went to it, but I heard about it. And no, I never saw that in Homestead, but I've heard about it. No.
You were too busy fishing.
I was too busy either fishing or looking for reptiles,
What, the two-legged reptiles?
No. I used to go down there and look for snakes, catch snakes all the time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. It's still raining here.
Yeah.
How's Rocky River looking? Pretty.
I wanted to go down there this morning because of all that rain last night.
Yeah. We
It's
must
still
have had
too
a
early.
lot of rain last night. I didn't.
Well, we did further south.
Yeah.
What we have in Rocky River. They did the front end load the ramp. The ramp is free now of all that piled ice.
Well,
So I don't know.
I know
my
my front yard floods, and I tell you, you could go water skiing in my front yard this morning,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They did. But they had the road closed off. They were taking trees down and all kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to have my uncle come over this afternoon and take his. My uncle rented jet ski. He used to have a place up by the islands. Uncle rented jet ski.
Yeah. Okay. Good talking to you, Jim.
We'll see you, Jim.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Oh. Yeah.
Those ice jams or something else.
Oh,
man,
boy.
I know they're waiting
power.
for it in Eastlake too. It's all jammed up and
I had a buddy
Eventually
in
they'll
Vermilion, and he always had to get a new Cadillac every year because he had a big house down at the end of the Vermilion River there.
Yeah.
And he was always in Florida, and my other buddy would call and say, "Hey, Danny, your house is underwater." He goes, "Oh, darn it, I got to get a new Cadillac again."
there you go.
There you go.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll take a break. We got Mike on the line. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
Always come home to you. You free my life. Time of the blue.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors on a rainy Sunday.
We're in an old man's rabbit hole right now, just to let you know.
It's hard to get out of it,
I'm telling you, we're trying to dig our way out, but Joe keeps going. What word?
I kept saying
modus
operandi or modus.
It's modus operandi.
Modus operandi.
Apparand. You got me saying it now.
Apparandi. I had two people, and they were in their. One is 70, and one is 60, and they never heard the word.
Modus operandi.
Yeah. Modus. Okay, and that means
mode of operations.
Right.
Okay. That's
it's usually
how you do things.
It's usually related to a crime.
Right.
Okay.
Don't you think
it's more of a courtroom term than
modus operandi? Because
coolus operandi.
Yeah.
That's how you operate.
And I knew it, and I was trying to explain it to them, and they never heard it. I was having trouble pronouncing it correctly.
That's why they probably never heard it.
Modus operandi.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Wow. Ooh. How about that?
Get to the phone.
Let me get to the phones. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, fellas.
How's it going?
All right. Good. I'm enjoying the show, and I was just doing the old guy moment a minute ago, but first,
it's easy to do.
I know. But first, I got one quick note about Joe's grades being good. Man, he had a lot less history to learn back then. Think about that, fellas.
Oh.
And you know what I mean? Not nearly as much. But sorry, Joe. But no, I got your.
The Middle Ages. That was about it, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Lord. Anyways, I got your divers in the mail.
Oh,
and
good.
I'm glad I'll have it at the show, and thank you again.
Yeah, thank you, boy.
And I'm looking forward to this year because I've had a good year and a half to use them, and I love them. I'm not trying to blow you up here. Sorry, fellas.
Well, thank you.
Get a little big here.
Yeah.
But last year when I sold them, if you remember, I hadn't really had a chance to use them. And so I was telling people about them.
Yeah.
And the people that would come up, people would just come up and grab them and buy them, and just not even. And I'm like, wait a minute, you just bought, and you didn't even ask about it. He's like, oh, I know about them. They're really great. I haven't had these in years, and I'll. So last year I learned a lot from everybody that had them before that sold. I mean, that had them. This year now I could honestly say, yeah, you got me a believer.
Yeah.
I threw all those other off brands away. I can't even deal with them anymore.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's nice to hear.
These new ones are nice. You know, the old ones were made out of stone. These are made out of plastic. They're really a lot better.
Exactly.
But
yeah, that's awesome. And then my old man story was I bought it. You get excited when you buy new stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My new coffee pot makes coffee twice as better as the old coffee, and I'm really excited about this. And I just had a half-hour discussion with a guy about coffee pots, and I'm like, I'm old. When you get excited about a coffee pot, you're old.
It's like that. What's that one commercial where when you're becoming your parents or whatever it is?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a funny one.
That is a good commercial. That's what they should have had on the Super Bowl. Commercials like that. Yeah.
Those are
hilarious.
I'll tell you, I got excited this week. I had to buy a new crock pot,
Yeah.
My old crock pot was shorting out,
See?
Oh.
That's why I had to buy a new crock pot. I was all excited.
We have like 5 crock pots in our storage bin.
Okay, so luckily you gave me the right information. In fact, I brought my camera because I wanted you to go through it. But I looked and I'm reading that they have a microphone. Some they showed you how to plug into the camera, a wireless mic. Well, what's with your phone?
Is it raining?
Uh-oh. My phone?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me walk over here.
Are you frying fish?
Okay, yeah. Now you're good. Now you're good.
Are you frying fish?
Yeah, it's only you're getting drowned out. So I called Carl and they said, "Is this right?" Because I thought I was reading where you could buy a microphone that is
a Bluetooth mic.
Yes.
The camera already has Bluetooth built in.
Yeah, so you wear the mic and nothing on the camera. The camera is made to accept it.
Yep.
And so, because I film things about catch, you're getting that gravel again. Sound.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right,
That's okay. Now you're good. And so because I caught coyote number 6, and so the camera was up by the baits, and we were walking, and so it'd have been so great where you could be up to like 100 yards away and be talking, and the mic will pick it up, and it somehow by magic sends it to the camera, and the camera's recording as clear as could be. Man, and luckily Carl explained it to me, and because I wanted to make sure I was buying what I thought. But then when you get it and test it and it works, it's like, wow, that is really a cool thing. So no matter what you're buying, you get, especially at this time of year when there's not a lot going on, and you can buy something, can't wait to try it out. And when it works like it says, that makes it even better,
You're right. It's just stupid. Like I think those are called level ears or something. Carl can tell me. The little microphones. Yeah.
Right. And they're
I just
like
got a piece
an
that
inch.
plugs into my phone.
Right.
Yeah. You could.
Plugs into my phone. I put the phone outside of the lake, and not lake, but you know what I'm talking about, the other end of the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can talk, and it picks it right up.
Yeah.
It's
wow. It's amazing technology.
Oh, it's magic.
We are lucky. What's happening? If I would have all this technology when I was doing my television show or had taxidermy, wow.
Right.
I mean, I'd be flooding it with
technology. Is a double-edged sword.
Yes.
Because you can look at all the technology and how affordable it is.
Yes.
And you can look on YouTube,
and here's
everybody.
Here's the bad part.
Is an expert.
No, here's the bad part. You see a picture, you see something's happening, and you can't believe it because you don't know if it's real. Because they can make stuff now, and you see a picture. They're showing like a lot of the, digging up my buddies, by the pyramids and stuff, and they're showing this, and it's like an alien, and you're thinking,
it's not
because now you can, and it looks so real. That's the downside. You can't believe what you see now anymore. I just take it for granted. It's not real, and I'm probably missing some true stuff, but you can't because there's just so much. So you're right, Collar. It's good and bad, and you got to take that into consideration. Even like you show those fish and you make them look like they're so big when they're really still dinks.
Hey, I can't help it. I have big hands.
When you catch them like Carl and I do, you got to do all the stock research. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
long arms, elbows in, right?
When they shoot a bear,
that's a fisherman's prerogative.
When they shoot a bear, the guy sits 5 miles behind it, so it looks so big, or they hold the fish out. But but that's okay. That's fun, But
I think we did that with walleye spikes. My buddy was up the front of the boat, and he held the fishing pole first. So this little spike was sitting right by me, and I got a picture of it. It's 3/4 the size of him.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun thing. So, good. Well, good. Well, hope you'll do good at the show, and
all right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking them there. Appreciate it. And we'll see what happens. So, hopefully you'll do well. But I appreciate all those comments. They're very nice. Thank you.
Oh, no problem, sir. Like I said, it just works.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Good. Okay, thanks, Mike.
It was crappy out west.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, actually, they are made out of a different plastic. I made these things.
That's heavy-duty plastic.
Yeah, the people that made them, they were using the plastic of the time. And that was like, people didn't realize that I started making these like 30 years ago. And then I just lost interest and had the guy that was really pushing them at shows, he would sell like 750 at the 10-day show at the sports show. Man, they were selling them. People were buying 6 at a time and stuff. He died, and it kind of just sat. And then, I don't know, maybe
your customer base all passed away.
Yeah.
Maybe
4 years ago, 3.
They were popular with the Vikings.
Yeah.
When they
Sure, that's how they caught
They're
all
on their
fish.
way to, Greenland.
But
They'd
it was
have to troll for their dinner, and they had a big magnetic diver with a lodestone in it.
Then the Voyageurs, they were, the canoes and stuff, they were popular.
Sure. Canoe model.
Well, so it's like 3 years.
The Hudson's Bay Company used to sell them.
Right.
For
Guys,
Joe
quit babbling. So 3 years ago, I got the thing. Man, those are pretty good. I had a ton of parts, but I didn't have all the parts. I had enough to build a bunch and get them going. Then
Where are those made now? Are those made in China?
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh God, no. You pick them up.
Yeah, I pick them up, but I don't. Are they made there? They made someplace. They're made there.
Sure. Well, we found 2 of the molds. We found the mold for the Standard and the Magnum.
Well, they're made in Lorain County.
Yes.
Okay.
But they didn't have. They couldn't find the mold. The gentleman died, so eventually they sold a lot of those things off for scrap. Well, they found the 2 of them, and they found the fit-in flipper, but they didn't. So I had to have the mold made for the big one, which costs a fortune. To have all 4 parts now, the 3 sizes and the fit-in flipper now, oh my God, you wouldn't believe cost. But anyway, the fit-in. So I had a lot of the discs. So I had to have a few of the colors made, but they had the fit-in flipper mold, but the plastic now. And I make that in. See, I used to have orange. I had orange matched orange, green matched green. Now I thought, well, it's much more sense to have clear, and that you could put it with any color.
Right.
So that was a smart move. So they made it, but they made it out of a clear, but it's a stronger plastic they didn't have back then. And so the important part, the fin-in flipper and how it clicks into the little grooves to hold it, it's much better now.
Well, these are really built well.
They are.
New ones.
Yes.
Because I have a few of the old ones,
Yeah.
And these are really built well.
Yeah.
They're really solid.
They're built here. I wouldn't go to China.
Well, I was just wondering if they shipped them there. Then
no, they built.
I didn't know they were.
So I can order whatever
there.
color, like you went last time and got. I am going to have make green standard. I'm out of the green standard, but yeah. So it's odd how I started it, and it's really that and catfish.
And the
stuff.
thing is, they got these new paints too that you can paint them whatever color.
Yeah,
you
and
want.
I thought about it, but I don't have my airbrush anymore. So at least for the time being.
Well, people can paint them whatever color.
Oh
they
yes,
want too.
but and the other thing is, I didn't have clear back then because they didn't have a good clear, and I ran out of black, and black and clear are the prime, especially black. So anyways, we got to take a break. We're a little past here, so we will do so. And then, I'm going to talk about strongest animal bites on the other side. So we'll take a break and be back.
Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. Castaway, Dr. Norm, and Big Daddy here, trying to entertain you. And so I went to Mark's, and I saw they had, I haven't been there in a while, and they have this big wall of chocolates. All the different individually wrapped. So I saw chocolate covered cashews. I thought, oh man! So I grabbed a whole pound full. I couldn't believe how expensive they were, because last time I bought them, I thought they were like $4 or $5. Now they're 12.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I go to eat one, and I'm trying to break it, and I can't even break it, to bite into it. So then I put the whole thing in my mouth, and I broke it like it was nothing. And so it got me thinking about bites of animals and the strength. And so I read one thing, and I got more up here now I'm looking at, but they're kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But what I saw, a human was 163. And it was
163 what?
Well, that's the thing. I see there's PSI, but then there's some other codes, too, they used. But anyways, so humans, on the low end. And then...
That's PSI?
Probably PSI, I guess.
PPI?
No, PSI. Well...
Pounds per square inch?
Yeah.
There you go.
But, so 163.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, so that seems a lot. But if you try to break it with your hand, just break the candy in half, couldn't do it, stuck it in, it was like it was nothing. So our jaws are pretty strong. But what I always thought, that the hyena was the strongest. And as I'm researching it, not even close. Off the top of my head, what I remember is...
I knew a girl in college who could bite.
Yeah.
Oof. I used to call her Chopper.
Chopper?
Mm-hmm.
What, did she bite your arm?
Yes.
Really?
And she left a big bruise.
Oh. So...
my arms are like...
Well, yeah.
Like
they're
iron.
Nothing like the fish you catch.
Like hammered steel. That's how my arms are,
Then how come you're
At least
having...
back then.
Yeah, how come now...
Now they're all rusty.
Yeah, right, right. So, and then I remember so they were in like the 200s. And this one that I got up here now shows that grizzly is 975, and hyena is 1100, and then polar is 1200, and gorilla is 1300, and a jaguar is 1500, and then a hippo is 1,800, and then the American alligator is 3,000, but the Nile crocodile is more. The saltwater croc is 3,700, and a great white is 4,000. So it's not what I thought. I always thought that it's a hyena. But the hyena's jaws are built strange, because when we get stuff to mount from Africa, am I running onto your time, Doc? No,
that's an hour.
Okay, good.
You got a whole hour
okay.
here before me.
So
and we're going to talk about the birds and the bees.
Well, I'm talking about animals, not birds and bees, and animals and other stuff. So we get these skulls in, and they were pretty wide at the front, and really wide at the back. But the way their teeth are set, I mean, they're really, compared to a lion. Now, lion has big incisors. Their eye teeth are really big. Same with a tiger. But they looked really strong. But it was odd. I always thought that hyena was the strongest. And I'm watching it. And of the bears, the polar bear is the strongest. So it was really thing. But you met
all the better for grabbing slippery seals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But because in the start, you weren't here, Doc.
Yeah.
I bought that candy at Walmart,
mm-hmm.
and if I tried to bite it and break it with my hand, I'm sorry, tried to break it, I couldn't. But if I stuck the whole thing in my mouth, it was like tissue. I just like a cracker.
Mm-hmm.
And so your strength is
at the back, your back molars.
Yeah, your jaws.
That's why dogs have their carnassial teeth. Their shearing teeth are in the back of their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
They have molars back there, but right ahead of those are their shearing teeth. They're called their carnassial teeth.
I wonder if that's why, same what I thought with the hyena. Are they?
Yeah. They're the basic. They're kind of like a dog. They're not canids. They're in their own class.
Yeah.
You know.
But all the lions and all that, they're different. They're just molars back there.
Yeah,
their biting is their eye teeth.
Well, that's their grabbing teeth.
Okay, what's their cutting?
Their cutting teeth are in the back too. They have like a carnassial teeth.
Oh,
too,
do they?
You know, for eating the flesh.
Yes.
But, you know, their eye teeth or
To
their
grab.
fangs.
Yeah.
That's for grabbing. You know, like grabbing the neck. And
okay, so
ripping,
then
and ripping the jugular vein. Or
yeah.
the,
so outside of the shark, the crocs are way up there.
Oh yeah.
They're double what a bear.
Well, that's
is.
for grabbing and holding.
Okay.
And ripping.
And so their chewing is what?
Their back teeth. But you know what a lot of the crocs do? They grab the animal, kill it, and then drag it in the water and under the bank usually and wait till it rots a little bit and then eat it. They like it a little tenderized.
Okay.
Kind of like buzzards.
So they don't need, like, say, a hyena or a bear would with the cutting in the back.
No, they will rip a piece off and then swallow it. You know.
Yeah. So it's not. So it's different than how they eat differently than.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you eating a punchki.
Yeah. Punchki. But I thought for sure it was always a hyena, so I got a lesson.
Yeah.
You know. But
I had hyena surgery.
Yeah,
they fixed it, but now it's back again. I got a bigger hyena than I had.
Do you have
before.
a hyena again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
How about your foot? How's that doing?
Oh, it's doing great.
Is it?
No.
Everything's
I'm
okay
lying.
with your toe and everything?
Yeah, my feet are.
Oh, good.
My foot's fine. The
Good.
wound's getting smaller, and
oh, good.
it's still deep, but it's on the edges. It's starting to get a little smaller.
So you're on the
all the ones
good.
on my leg are. I only have one left on my leg.
Oh,
and
good.
They're probably not even going to wrap it next time. So.
Oh, wonderful!
All granulating.
Mm-hmm.
That's
oh,
good
I've got
news.
granulation like nobody's business.
That's
Proud
good.
flesh.
That's
good.
me. That's my nickname.
What?
That's what the wound care nurse calls me.
Proud flesh.
Proud flesh. Pink and beefy. That's me, baby.
Oh, I didn't. I went to the doctor. I didn't tell you about this.
No.
Oh, geez.
Oh boy. Here
so
we
I
go.
went to the doctor.
Medical minute.
Yeah. And
the female doctor.
It's a female doctor.
You
and
went
so
to a
she's-
female doctor?
Oh yeah.
But you don't have female stuff.
She never. Okay. It's a. So anyway, so she checks
Are you pregnant?
all the blood work that I did.
We're up in the stirrups.
I did. She checked all the blood work, and then she did checking me and stuff, you know. And I gave her a copy of the book, and she's looking through this book, and she was amazed at the pictures because she's not in that world at all.
Mhm.
But she said she would be interested in reading it, and she looked at some of the pictures, and she was pretty impressed. So she did the rest of the exam and everything, and then she looked at me and she says, "You're really looking good." You know, after she checked everything, I thought,
In the book or now?
now. So when the doctor tells you that, that's great news.
Beat me to it, Norm.
And so I told her, I said, well, my mother made almost 100. She made 99. And she smiled at me and says, "You're going to make 100. But it's so nice when the doctor, after they checks everything and tell you know, that you're doing good. I thought, wow. So when I left.
So you're good and special.
Yes.
Spatial.
Good.
Yes. So.
We know you're good.
Yeah. But that was nice to hear, you know.
Good.
Because all the parameters for the blood work, everything was nice.
It was good.
And so that's good.
You're within the normal range.
Yeah.
That's,
Yes.
And if you keep up those Botox shots, you know, taking all the wrinkles away.
Oh, I go for those in a little while because I notice they're starting to wear off because I got a squint. So that's working for that. But that was nice to hear. So that was good this week. That was good news. Well, Joan's on the line, but I have something I want to talk about at 8. So hang in there, Joan, because I don't want to cut you short because you want to talk about dog bites because she was on last week, remember?
Oh, dog bites? Oh,
yeah, remember last week she called in?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And she was telling us stuff about dogs. Well, because of Barry, he's getting better. One day I let him in from outside, and right from that point he ran as fast as he could down in the house, down the hallway, ran back. in the morning he'll run down pretty fast. But this was the first. He just like a jet, and he gets his second shot coming up in a week.
Watch so he doesn't run too hard, too fast outside.
Oh well, okay.
Because he could pop a knee or
pop
a hip.
Yeah,
something.
But
pops.
I worry in the morning because he runs and he has to make a turn to go to into the kitchen, and he'll fall and slide a little bit.
Yeah, outside's the problem. They a lot of times step in a hole or something.
Oh,
and that's when they pop their anterior cruciate ligament.
And
then that
I don't think
surgery.
He hasn't been running outside for ages, so I don't think he.
Especially at this time of the year.
Yeah.
These house dogs, they're not athletes, and then they go out and they run. They'll chase a squirrel or something, and then boom, there goes their ACL.
Okay. Well, we got to take a break. 1 hour down, 2 to go. So we have a lot to talk about, and we're going to come back after we take a short break.